Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 18th of October. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And Gary, I'm feeling like I'm on somewhat of a high given the fact that we just had a most amazing weekend.
We sure have. Bit of high voltage rock and roll out there on the auction circuit, Philip.
Boy.
Selling 14 out of 15. That's a 93% clearance rate, Philip. Get that tower up.
I don't think we need to put towers up anymore,
of course
Gary.
we do.
I
Well,
think
we'd
the whole
love the
towers thing's a bit old, don't you
No
think?
way. Towers up,
Okay.
93% against the industry average of 76%.
Yep.
The towers are iconically GPTV.
Oh, you think that when people think about GPTV, they think about towers?
I think when people go through the city, they see towers. They think about GPTV.
Do you want to know, speaking of GPTV, what I'm finding very amusing?
What are you finding
I'm finding very amusing that if you go onto Facebook now,
Yeah.
Facebook is now awash
Yep.
with agents all over Melbourne
Yep.
trying to do a
is that
GPTV style.
Oh, is that right?
And I've got to tell you, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Viewers, just for the record, we did pioneer this.
Yes.
And secondly, we are the only real estate agency to have a GPTV style of program that is weekly. I'm watching all of these other agents. They're all monthly at best.
Yeah, and they're a bit sad, aren't they? Anyway.
A little bit of skiting there, a little bit of blowing our own horn.
I mean, how many things have been replicated that we've done over the industry in the years gone by? It's unbelievable. But they say imitation is the greatest art of flattery, Philip. So
and
we'll
where
accept
we lead, Gary, others will follow.
Exactly. But by the time they get there, we're off to the next thing.
Correct. And speaking of leading and following, nothing to do with what I'm about to say. Tomorrow night, you excited?
For the block?
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody oath, I am. Bloody oath. My bloody oath.
Viewers, it's not too late to score an invitation to our cocktail party at the block Wednesday night, tomorrow night.
Got to hurry up, though.
If you want an invitation, just shoot us in an email to ideas@garypeer.com.au.
Just got room for a few more people.
Come on, Gary, we can stack another 1,000 in there.
Very busy, but it's going to be great fun.
Is anybody from Channel 9 watching? We're only having maybe 5 or 6 people. 500 or 600 people.
Yeah, let's review the weekend that was, Philip, because so many exciting highlights. We started off in Chelsea, Philip, on the fair shores of Chelsea. It was by no means the furthest away property that we sold on the weekend. I don't.
No? Okay.
But, well, I tell you what, I think
about Chelsea.
There's a Chelsea in the UK, there's a Chelsea in New York, and I think the Chelsea in Victoria is probably almost just as far away. But we had good fun, Philip, selling that one. We were expecting interest in that kind of low threes, towards the mid threes. Our reserve was in that area, and we sold it for 386,000. Well done, Jeremy Rosens.
Viewers, one of the reasons that we're talking about that on GPTV is firstly it's Chelsea, and we just like you to know that we sell all over Melbourne now.
Gladly.
And secondly, a $300,000 to $400,000 sale, we are always grateful.
Congratulations to the delightful vendor. Well done to the team out there, Michael Jonas, Jeremy Rosens. Philip, I caught up with you at 10:30 for the auction that we had in Wanda Road, and you did good.
Gary, shout out to the vendors there that had renovated that home so beautifully.
And to Tamara, who was at the auction. Good to see her.
Correct. Happy birthday again to Tamara Gross for her birthday on Saturday.
Big GPTV watcher she is.
She is. Is she coming to the cocktail party?
I think so. Oh, no, she doesn't watch the block. I asked her. It doesn't watch. But she should. Maybe she will come. Philip reserved there $2,600,000. Which was at the top of our range and probably would have come back a bit if need be. But that was what they were hoping to get. 2,830 the in sell price.
It was a great result there, Gary. Went very well, and so it should have been, because the vendors, who are delightful people, have got the most beautiful signature when it comes to styling a property.
Indeed.
They did the renovation there. The house just looked magnificent.
Alumba Street, CHADSTONE, Philip. That was our auction.
Every auction, Gary?
No, I'm not, but I'll get through them faster if you leave me undisturbed. Philip, this one was sold by Leo Samuel. A great result. Graham Callan worked on that, sold for $992,000. I've got to talk about Celia Street, Glen Iris.
Celia. Oh, we've sung that before.
You're breaking my heart. That was a great one.
Who sang that?
That was Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel, Philip. Simon and Garfunkel.
You're quick.
Yeah,
I've got to tell you, viewers, if you're going to a trivia night, and there's always a music.
There's music from the 70s.
There's music and there's movies. And if you are going to a trivia night with the absolute sole intention of winning, you have to ring Gary and get him on your table.
If the 70s and 80s.
Because I've got to tell you, his general knowledge of obscure stuff is so completely stupid. If only he could apply that
if I got paid for
wacky intellect
if I got paid for
to actually making money in our business.
It's true. I am a freak with 70s music, I don't mind saying. But that's because I used to sit in my garage playing table tennis for 4 or 5 hours a day, Philip, just listening to music, 3XY. You know, it was fantastic. Used to love it there, Phil, 3XY.
And the movies. And you've got to understand one thing about the Peer family.
And Wrinkly's Fly.
And that was his mother, father and his sister also. They're night owls.
Oh, yes.
So they are up watching crap till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Happily.
Every night.
Mind you, I spoke to my daughter last night and I was explaining
You spoke
the
to
old
her?
days.
How good of you.
No, I spoke about something last night.
She's a night owl too, isn't she?
Of course she is. Yeah. 2 o'clock, everyone's awake in our house. And I was talking to her about television. She was horrified. Not only were there 4 stations when we grew up, and I told her I told her about that. Cootamundra had your RVN, AMV.
And the ABC.
And the ABC.
Of which we were not allowed to watch anything other than the ABC.
Of course.
I'll never forgive you for that, Mum and Dad. I've got to tell you.
True.
I went through my entire childhood not knowing about popular culture, but I did know the president of Peru.
Exactly right. But well, you're clever as a result of it. But what did come up?
Erudite, I'd like to think.
What did come up, is, and she couldn't believe it, is that I explained to her that at 11 o'clock there was me. That was it. There was what?
Test band.
There was test band music on one show, and the other one there was the marching to the God Save the Queen. Remember? And that was it.
It's unbelievable. It only feels like
It's
yesterday,
unbelievable,
but just
isn't it?
to think that we now live in a 24-hour news and entertainment cycle.
Well, she couldn't get over it.
No,
she couldn't believe it. I
no,
said,
she
and
wouldn't.
she was like, "Well, what did you do at 11:30 when it was all over?"
She probably thought you got back on your steam engine and went home.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, how we got onto that topic, I've got no idea.
That's the beauty of the show, completely unscripted.
Well, you got there with Celia, yeah, and 3AK with no wrinkly
All right,
fly.
can we move on?
Philip, let's move on to Blindy Road. I want to talk about this. The price is undisclosed, but it's fascinating.
Sick of talking about undisclosed
No, because
prices.
the people who were looking, I
Yep.
think they looked at 40 houses with us or something
Right.
for 4 years or something. They looked for 4 years. I think it was 70 houses for 4 years they looked
Yeah.
at with us.
Yeah.
So congratulations to those
Mind you,
buyers.
if you do those numbers, Gary, that's what, 17 properties per year approximately.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Which is, maybe 1.5
So should we go back and just delete
one
this
and a
whole
half a
part of
month?
the
I mean, it's
show?
no big deal at all.
Fair enough. Well,
Stupid story.
I thought it was a good story, but...
Okay, move on. Come on.
Okay, Phil, how about Tasmania?
Do you know what? We're selling everywhere. Chelsea and now Tasmania. I've got to tell you, when this listing came in, I thought, really? We're selling in Tasmania now?
Units 1 to 12 at 531 Main Road, Montrose, Tasmania. Sold.
Daniel Reese, congratulations from our Carnegie office, but selling all over Melbourne and now,
Australia.
and now Tasmania. Apparently, he listed this from one cousin who sold it to another cousin.
No, that's not true. It didn't happen that way. It wasn't cousin to cousin, but it was someone in... No, this is the amazing part about it. I get the Tasmania joke. I caught it now, and that's going to be offensive to all of our potential Tasmanian clients. But here's the thing, Phil.
It's opened up a whole new market for us, Gary,
No,
Tasmania.
let me continue here. Here's the thing. A Melbourne agent lists in Tasmania and sells it to somebody living in
Perth.
Western Australia. There
Go
you go.
figure.
So the world is a close and bizarre place.
We're
Phil
now going. If
Kingston,
you need any information on buying or selling in Tasmania, we are now the go-to agents.
Experts. Fun attending the open for inspections there, wasn't it? Let's talk about where we are, because we are here right in the heart of Brighton East, Phillip, loving this house in Beltane Avenue. Let's get a little bit of video on it, because Adam Josky did conduct the virtual tour.
He's selling it though with Leon Guzenfield.
They're
a great
team here.
Yep.
And Phil, we are situated at 5 Beltane Avenue in Brighton East, one of my favourite suburbs in Melbourne, as is yours. I've got the auction honours at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. Do you want to take us through this home? Tell us a bit about
what
it.
a beautiful family home, single-storey home that was built by our current owners.
Yes.
All
it, Philip.
And I think they've done a great job here, because this is a home that you can move straight into and not spend a cent.
Yes.
Get on with life straight away, and particularly buying this time of year, it means you get to use that beautiful swimming pool and back garden. But this is a lovely street, Gary.
4 bedrooms, Philip,
and the
2
position
bathrooms.
here is fantastic, because you've got the best of, really, if you think about it, we're on the border here of Caulfield South, Ormond McKinnon,
and Brighton,
of course, so Brighton.
Yes.
So you've got everything that you possibly want on your doorstep, and it's a beautiful street.
Great cafes, great parks,
Yes,
great
all of that.
transport, everything
All of
around
that,
you.
Gary.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you this one. I've got the auction honours, and I'm very excited to do it for a very, very lovely vendor family who I've known since my teenage years.
I've known. I've also known them
since
for a
not as long
long
as me,
time.
mate. I've known since I was
what is this,
13.
a competition
Yeah.
now, so who's more friendly with the vendors? I've got to tell you, I was having a chat with the vendor last week, and they were saying, look, they actually have known you for a long time, but they've never personally liked you all that much. I, on the other hand, they said, have known them for a lesser time, and they find loving. They love me,
and they think you're a very handsome man too.
Correct.
11:30 on Saturday. We look forward to
So
seeing you.
it's not about time, Gary. It's about quality.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about the length of time you spend with somebody. It's the quality time you spend with somebody.
Okay, can we get on with this weekend's auctions, Philip? Because we've got 18 auctions.
18. There's a lucky number.
Over 12 or 13 suburbs. We're everywhere, Phil.
We are.
Shall we review them?
Get into it.
Phil, triple auction action Saturday morning.
Triple auction action, I love that.
10:30 a.m. We're going to be in St Kilda at Elm Road.
We could market that as 3AA.
We could. 3AA triple auction action, Philip. We start off with Nikki Janover meeting with Jeremy Rosens conducting the auction in Alma Road. This is going to be popular, Philip.
We love our apartments, Gary, and we love Alma Road. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. And viewers, we're pushing these older blocks because they are significantly larger, the apartments, than the new properties that are being built. So real value.
And hey, if you like a period home, this is a splendid period home on Bamber Road. Beg your pardon, Bamber Road, Philip. Very excited about this one. I know that you've been involved with this one. You're doing the auction at 10:30. Take us through this fantastic offering.
Well, Gary, this is a beautiful home. I mean, you can fall in love with this at the front door. It's so gorgeous from the outside, but more beautiful inside. And also, funnily enough, this is the first house I will ever and may ever sell that has an octagonal pool.
It's about time.
Have you ever sold a property with an octagonal pool?
No, Phil, but it's high time we did, because
Correct.
I think there's been a void in our real estate lives.
I think I can probably sell this home with its octagonal pool and then retire, knowing that I've done everything.
That would be a good thing to do.
But lovely house, lovely vendors there too, Gary.
It would be a good thing to do to retire. Let's move on to Poplar Street, Philip, because that one's in Carnegie. Graham Callan, Leo have been involved in this one.
And are you going to use that pathetic joke about how popular this house will be?
I think it's going to be very
One
popular.
bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. A great opportunity there to get into the market.
May not make it to auction though. Newsflash on that one. Philip, we have triple auction action on Saturday. I'm going to be here in Beltane for my first auction of the day. I'm looking forward to this beautiful
So what
family
you're saying,
home.
we've got triple auction action at 10:30, followed by triple auction action at 11:30.
Don't you love that?
I love it.
Triple auction action all over the place, Philip. But while I'm
So
there,
we've got double triple action. We've got
triple auction action.
Say that again.
We've got double triple auction action.
Now try having a few glasses of wine and saying that.
Exactly
anyway, coming back to the double triple auction action at Beltane, we've obviously talked about that. But 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, and a gorgeous swimming pool.
You're banished from this auction, Philip, because you're going to be in Karawina Road offering this fantastic unit. Tell us about it.
Gary, single-storey home, I like to describe them as 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and car parking for 2 cars, a single lock-up garage there, beautifully renovated throughout, stunning home. And we're loving these properties because they are the new, smaller homes of the 21st century.
We've got 16 Hinton Road in Glen Huntly coming up, Philip, at 11:30 a.m. That's a terrific property, a great address in a very quiet little court there.
Gary, it's a great
quiet street, I should say.
Great location there because you've got the best facilities of Glen Huntly Road, the train station on your doorstep, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and car parking for 2 cars, lock-up garage, a really good town residence.
Phil, you've got the auction honours for the double auction action at 12:30. At 12:30, we're going to be in Holloway Street in Ormond. What a great offering.
We are, Gary, and what a great property this is. Let me describe this the best way I can.
Yes, when you can get the words out, Phil.
We've got 2 period homes, a party wall down the centre. Each is very much the mirror image of each other, but on the most wonderful parcel of land of 1,041 square metres of land.
Well, you did just get through that, Phil, thankfully. Staggered your way through.
Stumbled.
But a great property, Phil. Who was it in the Hogan's Heroes show that said,
yes.
I know nothing, Phil?
Yes, Gary, that would have been Schultz. So
Sergeant
here we are
Schultz.
at number 29B Schultz Street in Brighton East, and what a wonderful property this is. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars. That's really a home with everything that opens and shuts. I think that's quite stunning.
I'm looking forward to being there with Nikki Janover, and I'm sure that our Bentley East specialist, Jodie English, who has joined our team recently.
Just joined our company.
Let's get a photo
of shot up of Jodie. Welcome to GPTV, Jodie.
Good to have you here.
We look forward to having a wonderful, wonderful working career with you.
Good to have you here, Jodes. We're looking forward to, if you want to do something in Bentley East, speak to Jodie because she's an expert. Philip, we've got possibly one of the most significant offerings of the year in the real estate market. This is an extraordinary property in South Melbourne in Nelson Road. We've got a lot of interest in this property.
Well, Gary, as we should, have a look at the facade on this property. A beautiful property that just oozes period charm and history. It's very, very livable today, but with some further upside to further improve. A significant home on a significant parcel of land in a most incredible area, Gary.
And we're looking forward to that one. I know
we
that
are looking forward to it.
and Nikki have been working very hard to get that one
what a great spot.
to the marketplace.
How good's that whole
fantastic.
area, that whole South Melbourne, Port Melbourne, Albert Park, Middle Park. It's incredible.
It's brilliant.
Do you know, it's got some of the most expensive real estate in the world
I know that.
per square foot. or per
I'm
square
not
metre.
surprised to hear that, Philip.
Because a lot of properties obviously down that way are quite small,
They are.
but they sell for big money and,
They do.
and as a consequence, some of the most expensive real estate on the planet.
That brings your day to a halt, Philip, but it's not the end of the day for us because we're still going to be going at 1:30.
Well, praise the Lord for this auction, Gary.
We're on holy ground here, Philip. At
We
1:30
are,
p.m.
we are.
We are blessed to be offering this property, Philip. And if you didn't know what it is by now, it happens to be a church, ladies and gentlemen, and we are very happy to be selling it. It is at 1:30 p.m. Leo Samuel offers this 241 Poth Road, Murrumbeena. Currently a church, but a great opportunity
Gary,
in terms of the landfill.
Incredible. I mean, it's just, I think it is just fabulous that we've been entrusted to sell this property.
Yes.
You know, it's got so many different uses, subject, of course, to
Yep.
council approval. You've got to have made your own inquiries. But certainly, we're blessed to sell it, and you will be blessed to own this piece of real
And I have
estate.
to make a confession, Philip, I really like it a lot, this property.
There you
At
go.
2:30 p.m, we are 91 Grange Road, Glen Huntly. Leo moves on to his hood of Glen Huntly and Carnegie to this
Grange
wonderful
Road.
period property, Philip.
Yeah, and stunning inside. It's got some beautiful features, and you just got to love period detail, don't you? 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plenty of car parking there, Gary. A great property, and of course, we are in love with that whole area.
Jeremy Rosens brings down the curtain for us on Saturday at 3:30 in Charnwood Road. Philip, this is a great looking apartment.
Well, Gary, check out the interior design of this property.
Loving
It is beautiful. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces, Gary. That is just a stunning property, and the interior detail and decor is cutting edge schmickers.
12 suburbs covered on Saturday, Phil. Busy day.
Yep.
Not as many on suburbs on Sunday, but some real great property auction.
Some
Great, real great quality.
some real great.
Yeah.
No, that's bad grammar, Gary. It's some
No, it's
really
good
great.
grammar. Some real great offerings, Phil. Some real great offerings.
Seriously, your peasantness does show through.
Real
off
great.
on this
Real
show.
great opportunities,
Sorry,
Phil.
viewers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, real.
But when you saw his English mark in
grouse.
VCE, no
Yeah.
doubt you
I
wouldn't
should
be
have spelled
surprised.
grouse with a W, you
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
W. Phil, we are going to be joining forces at 4.
Forces?
Forces. We're going to be. What's going on today? We're going to be joining together at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, Philip, joining forces in Narrawong Road for this completely refurbished, magnificent villa. It's one of 4, but it's only 2 and 2 with a central driveway, double garage.
3
Take us through this.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. This represents somewhat of a rarity, Gary, in the marketplace, so it should be well contested.
Been a lot of interest in the sort of around
There's
that 900 mark.
been, not been.
Yeah, no.
There's been a lot of interest.
No.
Seriously, there's been a lot of.
No.
There's been a lot of real.
There has.
There's been a lot of real interest in this property.
There's been a lot of real interest, Phil. You're right. See, you're getting onto it now. now he's correcting himself like I speak, so he's right. Phil, double auction action, 11:30 a.m. in Duke Street. Put up your Dukes in Caulfield South, Phil.
Gary, we love that spot because unless you've been down this street, you'd never know it existed. But a great location in South Caulfield, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a really neat building and a really good apartment.
I'm following you around a little bit on Sunday, Phil. I'm going to see you at Lucan Street because a delightful client is selling that property. I'm looking forward to offering it. Jeremy Rose has been very involved. We're all going to be there together, Phil.
So I like this house a lot. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of car parking, beautifully renovated throughout. But I'm in love with Lucan Street as it just gets better and better as the supermarket. Actually, viewers, there's a supermarket being built, an apartment building being built on the corner of Orrong Road and Lucan Street.
Yep.
If you've got children or grandchildren, or you're just a kid at heart, come to the car park at the back of our office and have a look at the hole they have built in the ground.
I
have never seen anything more phenomenal than the hole that they've built for the car park. It is incredible, and I urge you, if you've got that sort of loopy way of looking at the world and that sort of interest you, like I do, it's incredible.
Sure, there'll be a big rush there, Phil. We're lucky to get our cars in the
There's going to
driveway
be buses there now.
Won't be able to get to park to the office
Japanese and Chinese tourists are going to be flying in from all over the world to have a look at the hole.
What a fascinating fellow you are. Philip, let's
I
go.
got to tell you, you know, if I'd been single, I would take a lady out for a date to look into that hole.
Well, there you go. Well, you grow up without television, that's the sort of thing that you get off on, I suppose.
We had to make our own sort of entertainment living in the country.
Yeah,
well, we did.
Yeah.
You know, and hole digging was one of the things that I
used
to do.
Shooting birds. I don't know what else you did. Phil, 12:30 at 1258 Bamborough Road, Caulfield South.
How good does this property look?
Regal
we've
and
sold this property before. You know, if you were walking around central London, this has got a lovely inner suburban Georgian feel to it. Well executed, the design of this property, 3 bedrooms. bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and double garage. So this is a property that you should race to get because it's great.
And I'm doing the auction there, Phil. I'm doing it.
Yes, well, so you should, Gary,
12:30
because you should do something.
12:30, Philip. You're going to be in Parkside Street, ELSTERNWICK. There's been an amazing amount of interest in this apartment.
Gary, you've got to love the 70s. The 60s and 70s is in higher demand. This is a massive apartment. Will or will it not make the auction? There's talk about it going beforehand.
I think it's going to run.
But it's going to go. Well, it's certainly the most extraordinary apartment. We've loved handling it. And we've also set attendance records there, Gary.
We sure have, Phil. 1:30, we finish off with a bang. I'll come and join you, Philip, in Bamborough Road. We've got a brick pair, another one. Gee, we've got some good offerings this weekend,
Gary, this is an incredible property. It's a real privilege to handle this property. There is a great opportunity for investors, for developers, subject to council approval. I hate saying that all the time. So politically correct world, Donald Trump ruined everything for us. But this is an amazing property with lots of upside, lots of potential. Get your skates on, any investor, developer, to come down and have a look at that one.
A smorgasbord of quality offerings this weekend, Philip. We're looking forward to it as we get into the thick of spring, the thick and gritty of spring, with lots happening, with the block happening, Philip.
Gary, the year's almost over. Viewers, if you're thinking of selling this year, we're signing up auctions now, first and second week of December, which will, in another 2 weeks, it'll be the third week of December, which I believe we will have a lot of auctions for that third weekend of December.
It's looking that way, Phil, but we're also, a number of vendors are getting on board now for the new year.
Yes,
some
Gary,
are saying
February and
sell
March
now
already.
or then. Others planning in advance, so it's not too early for that, that's for sure. Not too late this year, not too early next year, but it will be too late for this year soon, Philip, because we're running out of time. But that's all the time we've got on GPTV. It's all happening. We look forward to seeing you on the block and look forward to bringing you all of the information and loopiness that is GPTV next week. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.